Hey, what's up, my friends? I'm so excited to open up this camping fan with you. I'm so grateful to the company who sent it to me. I've been wanting to get a portable fan for a while for a couple of different purposes. One, just to have around the house. We're often out on the deck in the summertime and it gets a little bit hot. We don't have a fan on our deck. Or we do a lot of camping and traveling, and to be able to take this thing either in the car or on camping trips with us is gonna be really cool. So I'm gonna open it up with you, get my first reactions, and we'll explore together how it works and how it operates. So first thing as I open it up, there's an owner's manual. Of course, this is gonna be all your standard things inside an owner's manual. We have features, a functionality diagram, how to use it, how to use the remote control, how to charge it, and servicing and safety precautions. So all of the necessary information there. We also have a charging cord. First thing I'm seeing right here is the charging cord has a little bit of length to it, which I'm grateful for. Oftentimes these charging cords aren't very long. It looks like it's about a 2.5 foot to 3 foot charging cord. It's a USB-A on one end and a USB-C on the other end. So this is gonna be your plug-in side. This is gonna go into the fan, the USB-C. The thing I love about them putting a USB-C on this instead of some specific charging port is that I have so many of these charging cords, you probably do too, and I don't have to go find the exact charging cord for this thing and keep track of it that way. It's packaged and padded really well as it comes through. I'm so excited about the green color as well. That's one of the things I loved about this brand of portable fan is that it comes in a variety of colors so you can choose the one that's right for you. I think this thing looks cool. It's like a mix between an olive and a forest green, which is awesome. So we also have a light on it right here, I think. So I'm gonna take that protective coating off of that. Also in the back, you have the remote. Now, this was a very clever idea. There is a slot on the back side of this fan, if you can see that right here, where you can store the remote. So if you're not using it, you could pop, there's a piece of plastic on it right now so it doesn't go in yet, but you could pop the remote in the back side of that fan so you don't lose it and it's always with the fan. The remote is here. It has a off button, it has an on button, has a timer, has a rotating button, a nighttime timer, or that's probably, I'm not sure what that is. We'll have to look that up. But there's also, just so you know, there's a little piece of plastic right here that protects the battery from the remote. You're gonna wanna remove that piece of plastic to make sure that the remote works. And then there's also a protective film on the remote. Let's see if I can get that removed. A couple more features that I'm noticing before we turn it on is that it has a full tilt, almost 360 degrees. I probably pushed it a little too far there. Stop when it stops. That'll be helpful. Oh, I turned it on. Okay, cool. Also noticing this is where our charging port is right here. So it looks like it can take a USB-A and a USB-C in the charging port as well. So that's pretty cool. You also have rubber non-slip feet on the bottom of the fan so that when you have it on a surface, it's not gonna move around, especially when this thing's rotating. It's gonna stay nice and still. And then this is cool too, you have a hanging hook. So if you don't wanna take up counter space or table space or whatever, you can hang this thing on something solid just like that and it'll operate the same, just upside down. Okay, so on the charging port, it looks like the USB-A is an output only. So you can actually charge your phones or other things that you need to charge off of this battery from that output. And the USB-C is both an output and an input. So you charge the fan through the USB-C, but you can also charge other devices off of this through the USB-C. So that's really cool. All right, let's see how this thing operates. So right now it's displaying the battery life. So we've got 71% battery life. The core functionality is the fan. So if we touch the fan button here, it turns the fan on, and I think we have 5 levels of speed on the fan. This is level 1. It's just a really light air movement, which is great because I actually grow seedlings for my garden and I need a fan that I can put on them for just a little while each day to build the strength in those. So that's a weird usage, but that's one thing that I'm thinking about with this fan, and I can put it anywhere. We go up to 2. It's really quiet too. That's the other thing, is you barely hear anything. 3 gets a little bit of more noise. 4, the noise increase isn't very much with the speeds, but you get a lot of air moving from this thing. And 5 is the highest level of speed for the fan. So let's take that back down. Let's turn the fan off. You also have the light on the front side of this fan, which is really cool. And you can also change the temperature of this light by holding the light button. Oh, those are levels. All right, great. So level 1 on light, level 2 on light, level 3 on light. And then if we hold it, it changes the temperature. So this is a much more cool white. If you don't like that cool white, which I don't typically like lights that are that white, I can choose the warmer light by holding the light button and the level. That's really cool. So if you're camping, you're playing cards or whatever, and you need the fan on, you can also have this light on to see. I think that's really cool. So also when it's on, and you have this LED here, you can turn it on night mode so that the LED is not on. That's really cool. So if you're in a dark space and you have this for sleeping, you don't have to have that annoying LED on while you're sleeping or trying to go to sleep. Let's turn that back on. You also have a timer. So you got 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours. That's cool. So we have 1, 2, 4, and 8. And that's obviously going to be if you want to preserve battery, or if you're only going to be using, or if you forget to turn it off, or like for me with the plants, I can set it for 1 hour and then walk away, and I don't have to come back to turn it off when I want to turn it off. And that's really cool. And then you also have the rotate button, and this is, or the oscillating, whatever you want to call it, and that's really cool too. You can change the degrees that it goes. So we turn it off, we have 90 degrees. So that's gonna be a full 90-degree rotation. Very nice. Or we have a 45-degree rotation. And then of course, at any time I can tilt it to be any direction. That's really cool. I can hang it upside down and still operates the same. It also doesn't move the base a lot when I hang it upside down. All right, so let's take a look at operating with the remote. So at first, if we want to turn it on, I assume we just hit the plus button. Yep, we just hit the plus button, the fan plus button right here, or we can minus it, and that turns it off. Plus goes all the way through. If we hit 5 on the plus on the remote and hit it one more time, it doesn't do anything. So there is an off button that you can use to turn it off. We can also turn the light on with the remote and change its brightness, which is really cool. And then there's also the timer and the LED feature to turn the LED off, and the oscillating. So you can fully operate this fan, every feature of this fan, with the remote, which is really helpful. So this thing's awesome. I'm so glad I have it. I'll probably buy a couple of more so that I can put them strategically throughout the house and in our camping gear. And thanks so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful in deciding whether or not this is the right fan for you. Peace.